What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Business Breakthrough. I sit down with my friend Yoni with Finest Touch Painting as we discuss really some things that he went through in the past as a employee that might be stopping him from growing as a business owner. And I think if any of us have transitioned from employee to business owner in a resentful way, you got to be careful what you're taking from that experience and by default delivering to the people that work for you or the ideas that come along with it. So really deep episode here of kind of just eliminating false beliefs about the way people see his business so he can hopefully grow a strong foundation, get some employees under his belt, and start systemizing his really, really nice brand. So I look forward to you joining us in this business breakthrough. The big question you need to ask yourself every day is, do I own a job or do I own a business? And unfortunately, the majority of contractors out there own a job. That's right, they're a slave to their own business. But the other side of the fence is so much greener, it's so much better, and that's when you're finally fully in control of your destiny, your freedom, your time. And that's what Contractor Secrets is about. It's about taking back our time, building a business with systems, standards, values, procedures, putting yourself in the driver's seat. And that's what it's about. So I'm excited. I'm happy to have you here. Let's dive into the Contractor Secrets podcast. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Business Breakthrough. I'm here with my friend Yoni with Finest Touch Painting. Yoni, where are you from, man? Where do you guys work at? What state?
Here in Florida.
You're in Florida. Okay,
Yeah.
South Florida. Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, usually when I start these business breakthroughs, man, I like to kind of find out what's going on in the business, man. Let's start with you. What's your role in your company? Are you painting? Are you not painting?
Yeah, I'm painting though. So basically, I'm the owner with my wife, but I'm also like pretty much with the brush, like you say. I'm not
Gotcha.
off the brush yet, just
That's
yet.
okay.
Yeah. So
Cool, man. So that's where we'll
yeah.
set our sights at, is kind of helping you see some ways to remove yourself from production. Your wife plays a big part in the business. What does she do?
She does a lot of the accounting
Cool.
part, and from time to time she comes. She helps me out because she likes to do it, but
Gotcha.
mostly she does the
Does she
accounting
check? Does she
paperwork.
check your work?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a different eye, man. They do. They can
Yeah.
see things we
Yeah.
can't. So, especially like me,
Definitely.
if I'm painting around the house and my wife's coming, man, she'll see something that I didn't catch. They're good for
Yeah.
quality control, man. So let's
Yeah.
kind of transition. Do you have anyone working for you right now, or is it just you?
I had some people before, but I had a guy it's pretty good, but he started doing his own thing, so he just comes from time to time now. So
Gotcha.
it's kind of like just me.
Just
So
you right now.
yeah.
So kind of
Yeah.
starting over.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll say this: how are you finding your work, and what type of work do you do? Do you do new construction stuff? Do you do residential stuff? What's ideal for you?
Mostly, I mean, I've done I do residential, and from time to time I do like some type of commercial, but at the beginning I was doing thumbtack.
Okay,
I was paying for referrals, and then it was okay. And then like it's pretty much word of mouth now. It's like people call me, and it's just word of mouth referrals or stuff like that.
okay, that's good. How long
Yeah.
have you been in business?
This is my second year though. Starting
Second
my
year.
second year. Yeah.
And did you come from another painting business, or how did this
Yeah.
start?
Yeah, I was working at another company for probably a little over 6 years.
Why did you leave?
Because I just wanted to do my own thing. I was just
There's a
done. I wanted to
there's
do
a
my own
deeper
thing.
there's a way deeper meaning. Why did you leave? Why did you
um
leave?
well, I think like everyone, you want to have your own time. You want to decide, when to go to, when to do vacation or
Gotcha,
go
gotcha.
whenever,
So you just
stuff
wanted your
like that.
freedom, a little bit of freedom and time. Now let me ask you
Yeah.
this though. What was the management like? I mean, the people that were in charge.
Not too good.
Not too good.
Yeah. Hold
So hold on, I think I'm losing you. Can you hear me?
okay, let me see. Yeah, there you go.
They weren't too good, the management.
No, there weren't meetings, and it was not good though.
It wasn't good. Like the
No.
foundation of the company wasn't very good.
Yeah, it was not
Did
like a
they did
solid
you
thing
yeah, it
that.
wasn't like a solid thing. Did you get paid on time?
Yeah, that for the most a few times it was a little, like a late pay, like payment, but for the most part,
What did you
you
like
know,
in terms? Let's go back to the management because I'm getting somewhere that I just kind of want to identify everything so I can maybe help you out, give you some advice.
yeah, yeah.
The management, what were some things that made you say like, man, I don't like working for them? Aside from you wanting to do your own thing and have free time, I get that, but what was that one thing that you said? Was it the structure? Was it the way they treated you? Was it what was it?
Yeah, I think part of it was like, um, usually people they just they point out the little mistakes that you make,
The
but then the
flaws.
good things. Yeah, because I was doing a lot of. I was in charge of the pretty much. It was a group of people, painters, and I was pretty much like the one in charge, but it was like that was not recognized, and
Gotcha. And
and
you weren't actually given that title, but you took on that role.
no, kind of they kind of gave it to me, like to be in charge, because I was like one of the I guess like the one who
Yeah.
started with the guy, and so with
Gotcha.
the company, and so like he would put me in charge, but that was not like recognized, and
Gotcha.
the communication wasn't good, and a
Gotcha.
lot of things. Yeah,
So you've transitioned. So here's why we need to get here because there's some dirt that we need to kind of clean up in this area, bro. First
yeah,
thing is, first thing is being honest with you. You left your company with resentment, right? Like, forget them. I'm doing my own thing, right?
yeah,
By
kind of, yeah,
default, because you've worked for them for so long, by default, not saying that this is who you are, what you believe in,
yeah,
you're going to assume that everyone who works for somebody is thinking the same way you are. You've already told me that. You told me that somebody left to go start their own thing, didn't you?
mm-hmm,
Right. And
yeah,
then you're probably a little scared to hire people and train them and teach them why
because they're gonna leave.
they're going to leave and
Yeah,
become what? Your competitor, right?
yeah,
You can't build a business like that. So
yeah,
my thing is that that's where we need to kind of we need to patch that wound there and understand that ultimately that business owner did a lot wrong. And I want you to first understand this because I'm going to give you a scenario here that could help you see that you would have sacrificed those potential vacations that you're probably not even taking now. You would have sacrificed those had you had a manager or a business owner that appreciated you, gave you incentive for being such a good leader, didn't just point
mm-hmm,
out your flaws, said, man, hey, Yanni, thank you for helping me build my business. You're doing a great job. Here's a raise. Thanks for taking the leadership role. Here's a truck. Here's, these tools and everything I could do to help you enjoy working here. Would you give up the little vacations that you wish you had to work for a guy like that if the money was good and you didn't have to worry back then? Not now because you own your own business, you know what it's like, but back then
yeah, yeah. Definitely, I would have considered that. I mean, if
you
that
would
would
have
have been the
considered it at
scenario,
least,
yeah,
right?
I
Yeah.
would have
If
I
that
would
was
have like
just
probably stayed
100%.
longer. Yeah, yeah,
I know you're a good person.
definitely.
I can tell. I was just by from our little bit of conversations we had. I know you're a good person, right? So it's not so much about you learning how to be a good person to the people working for you. That's easy for you.
Yeah,
But you have to understand that you're valuable as a business owner and you have something that many people do not. Number one, the ability to start a business. You have a brand. You have people skills. You can communicate very, very well. Okay. And I'm sure you're bilingual. Okay. Which is
yeah,
very
yeah,
helpful in your market there. Okay.
yeah,
You have these intangibles that people who work for you, painters, the labor pool, they don't have. Okay. So you need to create an environment for them and do exactly the opposite of what you saw. You can learn as much from somebody who does things that you do not appreciate and do not like as you will from somebody who was that perfect manager. You actually probably learn more. Like, I know how that felt when I wasn't appreciated. I know how that felt when I
mm,
wasn't shown respect. I know how that felt when my paycheck was late. I know how that felt when I was given too much of a workload. So when you recruit individuals to work for you, the only thing that you should be doing is servicing them and acting
mm,
like you're working for them. That's my approach in business. My goal is to make it to where my guys love working for me, not
mm,
because I want to suppress their greatness if they decide to move on, which whatever. There's enough work. Don't ever
yeah,
think that you're going to create a competitor, dude. It ain't gonna
Yeah.
happen. There's way too much work, and people who buy from you are your customers. They're not theirs.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
individual, gifts and abilities that only will attract your specific customers and win them over. I've learned that in
Right.
my
Right.
4 years of business. We only paint 250 houses a year, which not is only, but guess what? There's 250 houses in my neighborhood, and that's just outside. Then we have inside, so the market is massive. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's
don't
pretty
worry about
big.
that anymore. My
Yeah.
thing is that you need to learn how to create structure. Structure wasn't given to you, so you don't know about it. So we need to create structure for you to build a strong business, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that's why I asked, what was your wife's role in the business? What is your role in the business? Okay. And this right now, you're assuming way too much, right? You're very busy, you're very tired, you probably are burnt out. Am I right?
Yeah.
Like you're
Yeah.
probably thinking like, I don't know how much longer I could do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
It's a
not
lot
your
though
it's a
for
lot.
one, two people. It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot, right? One or
It's
two
a
people.
lot to
She's
take.
probably tired. She's like, and it's hard because she stepped in that role to help you, and you guys are figuring it all out together. And I love that. I think that's a really powerful thing. But I'm telling you right now, and you've probably heard me say this if you've heard anything I say. I say this a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When
I
the
do.
brush goes into the paint, your business is dying. Only if you're doing it. If other people are doing it, you're good. It's sustaining. But anytime that
Mm.
you're spending your time dipping that brush, every time you do it, you should feel a little bit of pain thinking, I should be selling, I should be marketing, I should be hiring, I should be doing things that are going to build this business to where I don't have to be here anymore. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I know that you're probably a very good painter. You look like a great painter. You have your painter hat on. Dude, I know you're a good painter, bro. But I mean, are you a good painter? You can tell me.
Yeah. 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 I try. I try. I try my best.
All right.
Yeah.
You're a great painter.
The
So,
the little thing at the bottom of the logo says the small details matter.
and that's what it is. And this is why it's going to be hard
Yeah.
for you unless you have a plan. Because here's the
Yeah.
thing, you are a word of mouth company, right? People want Yoni. That's an
Yeah.
issue. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
Okay. If they want Yoni and you send Joni, we have an issue. Customers,
Yeah.
customers
Yeah.
not happy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so what is it going to take for you to let go of the responsibility of making sure the jobs are perfect?
I guess training people to do the same, or work the same way I like to work.
And if it were that easy, what? You'd already have a business. So we have to find out what you're
Yeah.
doing wrong, right? And the thing about it is, I'm sure you know a lot of good painters in your area. How long have you lived there?
Uh, and not in the same area, but in South Florida, 14 years.
Do you have a network of individuals that you can call on if you need help?
I would say a few, not a lot.
Not a
You
lot.
know,
Okay.
at least I know a lot, but
I know.
I would
Okay.
say a handful of people that could come out and help me out if I need,
Okay.
some help.
So if I told you, Yoni, I need you to find somebody right now. Okay. When you were like, if I told you to go do that right after we got off this call, what would be your next move?
I'll probably make a few calls to see who I can find.
Right. So that's not a foundational move. That's a move out of desperation because you do
Yeah,
need someone right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
You're gonna need someone tomorrow. You're gonna need someone the next day. You're in the
yeah,
red zone, bro. I
yeah,
mean, you need help. Like you're gasping for air in your business right now. The
yeah,
reality of the situation is the last possible thing you want to do out of desperation is hire people. That's the last thing you do in business because your business is just a sum total of the people you hire. The quality
mm,
of your brand is the people,
yeah,
right? So, with that being said, that means that you need to be spending some time hiring. Time.
yeah.
Let's start right now. What are we looking for? I'm going to give you a multiple choice. Are we looking for a painter? Are we looking for a manager? Or are we looking for a helper? Right now.
I think a painter.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to try again?
uh,
You need a
um.
manager. You need a manager. You cannot manage any. Like, you have to understand, you're training somebody to take your spot. Right now,
Yeah.
you're the
Right.
manager.
That's true.
The more
Yeah.
painters you have, the longer you got to be on the job, managing the job. We
Yeah.
got to get you out of there. You can't be there. You got to go there when you want to go there, not because you got to be there. So you need
Right.
a manager first, because guess what? A manager might not be a all around painter, right? But a manager has one thing that painters lack. That's communication. Not all painters, but some.
Yeah.
You need the person that goes up to your homeowner and says, "Hey, listen, I know you're a little bit worried about X, Y, and Z. We have that covered. It'll be done tomorrow." You need somebody doing that on your behalf. The same stuff that
Yeah.
you normally don't. You normally do that?
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah.
there's an issue, you're the one that says, "Don't worry, we'll take care of it." That's why they love Yoni. Takes care of
Yeah.
stuff. He's a manager,
Yeah.
right? So you need
True.
a manager, and the biggest issue is when I say that is that you're by default going to want to find a manager who's the best painter. That's a unicorn. Have you ever seen a unicorn?
Yeah.
I mean, rarely. I mean, and chances are this person isn't available right now to be hired.
Yeah.
So by default, find somebody with maybe some construction experience, maybe some any sort of in-home experience. That's something we'll look for. That opens up our labor pool and is
Yeah.
interested in learning how to paint your way. So where I'm getting at is structure, man. Like, in your other business, what was that major thing they lacked? Structure.
Yeah.
So you wanted to leave. But if you recruit somebody and say, "Hey, I'm actually getting ready to expand my company, and I want this position that you're applying for to be the catalyst for this change that we're making. I'm looking for a project manager. I'm going to teach you how to paint the way that you need to paint. I know you have some skill. I know you painted your house. I know that you've been in construction. You got to find somebody that knows how to work like that, but maybe they don't have fine finishing skill." Well, it's your job to make sure that you're not taking on hard projects. What do you do? Walls, ceilings, trims, and doors usually?
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
house painter, right?
Yeah.
You're not doing cabinets a lot, are you?
From time to time.
I would kick them out until you get a system going, because cabinets is harder to train than house painting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
true.
remember, we're creating a system. We're creating a system. We're not creating the company that does everything. Is this
Yeah.
helpful so far? I mean, is this
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
some direction? Yeah.
No. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Cool. So next step here, real quick, project manager. You got to work alongside this guy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You have to work alongside this guy. Like, this has to be a 2-month period of you getting to know this person, him getting to know you, to where you can pass the torch to him to run the job, because he knows that, okay, I got to do the ceilings first. I got to do the trim. I got to do it like this. And then what you're doing is you're checking in. And in the meantime, during those 2 months, that's when you hire a painter, a good painter if you want. And then you build a
Hmm.
team. It starts with a team of 2. And then you
Yeah.
hire that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I need you to be my ace painter, and you're creating a role saying you're the ace on this job. He's the project manager. He's in charge of customer communication. He's in charge of ordering paint. He's in charge of going to the store. You are the crew lead, and you're building
Mm.
structure with these people that you wish you had, that would have made you stay. And you see what I'm saying? It's like, if you're going to go that route. What
Yeah.
questions do you have, man? Is anything sticking? Anything that you feel like you would use and implement in your business?
No, yeah, what you're saying makes a lot of sense though, because before I mean, I just didn't know honestly where to start though, like, like with the whole like
Yeah,
thing with the manager, like you're saying, and I mean, it makes a lot of sense, like the way you're
yeah,
saying it though.
yeah, yeah.
So
You
that's
just
that's very helpful, because
see where I went though. I wanted to go to your experience. Like, you left the company for a reason, and you're an all-star, man. If you started a business, that manager's an idiot, bro. Whoever you work for, because he had a business owner working for him that probably could
yeah,
have been promoted to a regional representative if he knew how to grow a freaking business. And
yeah,
you'd be
yeah,
making 150 grand in a brand new truck running
yeah,
projects, right?
yeah,
And he
yeah,
missed out on that because he didn't
yeah.
understand structure. He didn't understand
Hmm.
systems, and he let a really good person go. But there are really good people that like to work for companies. They don't want the responsibility of being a business owner. Not everyone can do it, man. If there's a lot of pressure. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what it is, right? So you got to remember that you do have something to bring to the table. Not everyone wants to just leave and start their own business. They just do
Mm-hmm.
it because they've been given no other choice.
Yeah.
Like they like who of course they're going to start their own business. They don't feel safe, they don't feel stable, they don't get appreciated. So I'll just do my own thing and make and do one job a week and make the same I'm making here. Yeah, I'll work alone, but whatever, I don't have to deal with this idiot,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So it's all about structure. It's about team roles. It's about looking for the right people. And I'm glad we discussed what's the next person that you're hiring is not a painter. You're looking for personality. Okay.
Right.
How do we do that? Craigslist, Indeed, filtering out applicants, having a hiring process in place. Don't just get on the phone and say, hey, can you come tomorrow? No, let's meet at Starbucks. Let's sit down for a second and get to know each other before I invite you over to one of my jobs.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
then it
Right.
requires you as the business owner to come up with a structure and a plan for this individual. Say, hey, in 2 months, I need you ready to run a job. So you're setting milestones for these individuals to hit. That's a business owner, dude. That's somebody that
Yeah.
takes ownership for the direction. As a business owner, it's called leadership because you're leading people in the right direction.
Right.
Right. So you need to take somebody and say, hey, you need to do this, 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 and this, and get here. Then your painter, hey, you're a crew lead right now. What I want you to eventually be able to do is to learn how to spray cabinets and do this so we can add cabinets to your crew. Like
Right.
you're constantly molding. And then on the outside, you leave the job, go do your selling, your marketing, spend some time with your family, enjoy life, come back, check the job, say hello to the homeowner, ask for referrals, knock on doors, do your thing as a business owner, what you deserve to be doing.
Yeah.
That's what I
Gotcha.
got for you, man. So it starts with the mindset, it starts with the foundation. Get rid of the belief that people just want to start their own businesses. They don't start,
Mm.
and if you want, I'll spend a little time with you after this, and I'll give you some advice on putting together a hiring ad to
Mm-hmm.
get people interested in coming and getting you some applicants. That's important. But other
Mm.
than that, man, anything outstanding that you want me to discuss with you, or you want to take some time to digest that and maybe work on some of that stuff.
No, I think I have enough to digest and think about, and like put it to practice. Because I mean, yeah, this is very useful though. Like it didn't take a lot of time for you to like clear it out
Yeah.
for me. Because I mean, honestly clueless about as far as like the structure, how to go from A to Z. But now it's helpful though, so I
just
appreciate that.
just remember it's all simple, right? Business is
Yeah.
very simple. There's very simple things. And if you have one individual that you put into place, big businesses just take something that works and then they just duplicate it. They do it again, right? So I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
started with one crew, spent X amount of money here, learned how to hire, did that with one crew, and then I said, okay, I'll just do that double, and now I have two crews, and then bigger companies just find something that works and then do it until it doesn't. That's
Yeah.
the secret,
Yeah.
So that's what I got for you, man. Thank you for your time. I hope this was helpful. It sounds like it was, and I'm sure we'll have to connect again, man, and see if we can, follow up on this, see what progress you made.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, man. I really appreciate the help, and yeah, looking forward to putting all this
You
knowledge
got it,
into
man.
practice now.
You got this, man. You got this. All right, man. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Hey, I just want to take a second to thank you for joining me here on the Contractor Secrets podcast. I'm just going to take this opportunity to let you know that my passion is coaching people, helping people. I've changed my Instagram name to @contractorcoach. And I did that because that is my passion. I want to help you. So please reach out to me. If you have an issue going on in your business, send me an email. Find me on Instagram, message me, and let's do a breakthrough session. I want to work through your problems in your business to help you get to that next level. And one thing that I always say is this, the difference between those that get over the humps and the hurdles in business is just a change in perspective. And that's what I plan to offer you. So get with me, message me, allow me to help you take your business to the next level.